address astigmatism. There were quite a number of people who had astigmatism, so let's address that. Now there is an exercise which is sort of the industrial strength exercise for astigmatism. Okay. In your book on page 63, I think, there's the Tibetan wheel. Okay. So the way to use the Tibetan wheel is that you put your nose, there's a dot here. Right, that's where your nose goes. All right, not on the paper, but about an inch and a half. So the way to do that, you will hold the paper like this, let your eyes move up as you inhale, around, look at the dots, and then as you exhale, go down. Do the little spikes also. Okay. So again, it's important that you connect the breathing. It's the aerobic principle, and if the muscles are tense, then just touch it. Okay, it's not, no heroics here. My insurance doesn't cover any busted eye muscles. Okay, so just touch it. Okay, and then go back. So we will do this clockwise. So the way to do this, again, is to about an inch and a half away from the center. Then just let your eyes go up. It would not be possible to see it clearly. Doesn't matter. The purpose of this is to exercise the muscle. So the angle of the way we want the eyes to go is very severe. You're never doing this anyway. But this is in excess. So we are stretching the muscles far, much further than they normally would do. So when they relax, then they would be... The principle, the guiding principle here is that when you expand, you are never contracting to exactly the same size. Okay?
And go up one side and come down the other, you think?
Yes. You go up, you can take the steps or, just let your eyes go up. As you inhale, look at the dot and then go down. Exhale very slowly. Do the little spikes also, and then around clockwise. Sorry? No, that's fine.
You don't want to go around just up and down.
This is up to you. You just let your eyes go up. Again, to get the dot.
Just to get to that.
Yes. Whatever way you go there, make it so that you inhale as you go up, exhale as you go down. And exhale as slowly as it's possible for you. So I will play a little music here as we do that. Now, if people from the other class came in here, they will say, these people really have ways to go. I mean, looks deceives.
No wonder they're in here.
So just do this very slowly. When you have done the exercise, you can just do the palming and rest your eyes. Try to bring the black into your eyes. So when you do the palming, it should be so that if you open your eyes, there will be absolutely no light coming in. So just use the soft part of your hand. Yeah. And of course you should not touch the eyeball. When you're ready, just let your hands come down. Did you find that the angle, before you said this angle was difficult, how was it with this Tibetan wheel? Still difficult.
It was easier though, I think, when I went around 1.5 times.
Aha, the second time.
Second time.
Yeah, yeah. The Tibetan, we just did half the exercise. This is the first time that you do this, so we have to, move slowly. We do this clockwise and counterclockwise. So when you do it counterclockwise, then often you will find that the tension is in different places. The one that clockwise may be, if this one here, this angle was difficult for you, counterclockwise it might be easier. So at the way that you're moving your muscles. So it's valuable to come from different approaches, because we have to use muscles in different ways. So this exercise is purely for exercising the muscles. Yes. There's no spiritual connection. That doesn't matter. Whatever you see is fine. It's impossible for you to focus this close anyway, unless you have your visual field is collapsed. If you have a sort of -10 or high correction, maybe you're able to see it clearly. Also, when you're moving your eyes, the nose come in, in the way, or your cheeks, because we are moving the eyes in very extreme ways, and that's the value of this exercise. So those muscles, the recti muscles and the oblique muscles, really get a workout. So, any of you, did you find any? Yeah, Susie?
Is there a way to make you stop jumping? Like, I've been playing with this for a long time.
Yes.
Still, when I move in certain ways, my eyes won't track smoothly. It jumps, and the dot moves over to a completely different place.
I think you might have a problem with fusion of the two images. We have not talked about that. We will talk about this tomorrow.
Because I notice it's much worse on this side
Yeah.
than it is over here.
Yeah.
But the dot actually moves.
Yes,
Like that.
yeah.
It's completely different.
Yeah. So that.
So it's not as smooth.
No, it should be, when you're able to do this, when you have natural vision, then you can easily move in all the directions. There's no tension in any particular direction. So that's the goal that you have. Okay, this is the secret to get rid of astigmatism. Okay? This is the key to eradicate astigmatism. So one of my dreams is that in a couple of years, we will be invited to the UN General Assembly, to get a scroll, in appreciation for having eradicated astigmatism in the world. So maybe you will be representative for the US.
How often do you
You can do this maximum with 2 hours in between, 2 or 3 times a day. It's a very forceful exercise. If you're teaching it to somebody else, do this first. Right. That's the lead-in. You don't have to do this each time, but if you start teaching them that, then do this with the fingers. That's less strenuous. And then after this.
Just one time?
The one set is we have only done clockwise, so now in a moment we do counterclockwise. Right. Fasten your seat belts and take off. So counterclockwise this time. Are you moving down lines?
I just read the whole night line
Great.
perfectly.
Great.
But then when I blinked, it went away.
So it comes. Just saying hello. We can do that. Notice. Doing this exercise, a gentleman, Jacob Lieberman, he wrote a book also. He used this exercise primarily. He's mostly talking about things. He had a couple of people, the first measurement they had was 2,600. 6 hours later, the same person had 2,225. And 24 hours later, it was 2,025. So that's there was only this exercise that was done with that. So this exercise also enable you to improve myopia, not only astigmatism. Were you able to move down a couple of lines? Great. You are ahead of the game. It's the next exercise, people. Don't move anymore. So just let your eyes roam. 5-year-old eyes. Okay. Also, sometimes we store tension in our temple muscles. So if you try to sort of just touch the muscles here, do you store tension or just sort of, yeah, further back? Right. So ladies would mess up your hair. One of the things we can do is just put your fingers, open your fingers like that, and with some pressure, just sort of all the way back up to the center of the head, That sort of opens up and get blood circulating and releases the tension from the temple. So if you have very complicated hairstyle, this might not be what you want to do. Okay, another thing, we can just begin to move the head sort of forward and back to just loosen the neck muscles. Again, the whole body is influenced. And then make the movements more, so you begin to move forward and back. So you involve your spine. Right? So again, slowly. The next we begin to move the head sideways, just from side to side, just the neck, side to side. You can feel the muscles stretch up. And then begin to incorporate the shoulders as well. As you're moving over, just turn over. Right. Okay. So that begins to loosen up the muscles around the neck and shoulders and back. We make it in an angle, like this. It's kind of weird to do this, but it makes different muscles go. So. Let's do it in the other way, this way. That loosens up the whole system. Because natural eyesight is about being open and relaxed and effortlessly.